Welcome to What Am I Looking At, a podcast from the Department of Art and Design at Arkansas State University. My name is Dr. Tima Balducci, and I'm a professor specializing in modern and contemporary art. Throughout this series, each presenter will be giving insight into works of art that are in some way unusual, sometimes strange, sometimes hard to understand. I hope you enjoyed today's exploration of the visual on your radio. We're delving into surrealism with a look at an object from 1936 called Luncheon in Fur by the artist Meret Oppenheim. This is a fur-covered set that includes a cup, saucer, and spoon that you would use for drinking coffee or tea. Oppenheim has taken these everyday objects and covered them in some sort of animal fur. If you're like me, you're already feeling a bit grossed out, imagining fur, or any kind of hair really, in, on, or around your food or drink. So why would an artist make something like this? And how exactly is it art? That negative reaction that you felt is actually the point. Surrealists loved making weird and even disturbing objects and paintings. So this is probably not the last surrealist work you'll hear about in this series. They purposefully looked for bizarre combinations to upend our expectations and assumptions. And if you've made it this far in the series, you'll know that's kind of a thing with some artists. So let's dig a little deeper with Oppenheim's Luncheon in Fur. When we think of drinking our coffee or tea, most of us probably associate it with relaxation, hanging out with friends, sitting in front of a fireplace, something that's warm and cozy and inviting. The very idea of it, the mental image we have, has a positive emotional resonance. When Oppenheim covers the cup in fur, inside and out by the way, she's trying to jar the viewer out of their happy place. So why were surrealists so focused on rattling our cages? Much like artists in the Dada movement, the surrealists were not particularly impressed by the state of the world in the 1930s, which was between the two world wars. They felt that the world was morally and intellectually bankrupt and embraced the idea of an alternate world as a sort of escape. In one of their manifestos, they even claimed that their goal was to free the mind from its enslavement to reason. They embraced the irrational and the uncanny. They were influenced by Sigmund Freud, who was the founder of psychoanalysis and the first researcher to explore the subconscious. They loved his theories about how dreams revealed our secret thoughts and motivations, and many of them started keeping dream journals they used for inspiration. In creating bizarre art, like all artists, they were revealing part of their own thought processes, but also hoping that their works would help viewers gain access to their own imaginations, dream worlds, and subconscious. They were doing their part to create a visual world that provided an escape from our sometimes mundane and disappointing everyday world. What Am I Looking At is provided by KASU in collaboration with the Department of Art and Design at Arkansas State. Stay tuned next week for another look at art over your airwaves.